Hello guys, this is Pap from Pap back at it again, and today we have one of the spiciest version for the new structure deck, Immortal Phoenix GEARFRIED. So as you may have seen from the thumbnail, yep, of course with me we're talking about fusion but not invoked, a spicier one as you will see in the replays and in the deck list in a minute. So before jumping right into it guys, just a quick reminder, if you enjoy the content, please leave a like and subscribe. I really appreciate it and it really helps me a lot. Let's jump right into it. So I'm here with Joy Wheeler because I'm enjoying this little guy, and not so little to be honest, but still, this is how the deck list looks like. So basically it all revolves around playing, of course, the substitute fusion material. So those monsters that can be replaced for any actually monster that can for the fusion summon, but it has to be written in the card, of course. So you cannot use, for example, a substitute material to replace the warrior monster in a red eyes / dragon fusion summon, but you can use it to replace instead the red eyes black dragon or the dark magician here or the Alistair the Invoker. So this kinda looks like an improved version of the anti-meta fusion deck that I posted like, I don't know, a while ago, that revolved around this mechanic, of course, actually getting advantage of this substitute material for multiple and different fusion summons. But now we have an help. The help is provided by GEARFRIED. With this guy we basically have access to a negation of a monster's effect, and we can play it alongside other negations such as the one of Millenniumized Restrict that we can summon either with the polymerization or with this very good card, the Relinquished Fusion. So let me start saying that if you do not have triple copy of the Relinquished Fusion, of course you can play this card right here in Acro Fusion. I think you're actually gonna see this in a replays, in one of the replays, because I tried this as well, but in the end I decided to play triple of the Relinquished Fusion and double of the polymerization for just one reason. There is no monster here that you want to summon during your opponent's turn, but if you can, you just want to summon those monsters straight away. So you better have a Relinquished Fusion, can be activated in your turn, or another poly in order to go for that fusion summon. So that's the reason why in the end I took out Nagro Fusion, because there is no effect monster that activates on summon. So we have, for the 10 fire monsters guys, we have of course the Phoenix GEARFRIED. You wanna always see this in your starting hand because it's an easy summon, a free summon thanks to the skill. Then we have triple Roland, because Roland can be used for the fusion summon in order as a warrior monster or as an effect monster for the Ice Restrict, and actually is a monster you wanna send to the graveyard with your fusion summon in order to get advantage from its effect in the end phase and grab another warrior that can be either a Phoenix or a Blaze, for example, or even a Batting Box Reveal if you're seeking for defensive plays. Then we have triple King of the Swamp. Very good, you know why? Because it can search for a poly. If you have multiple copies, it's very nice. Just one Blazeman to fulfill the requirements of the skill. Actually I'm not playing 3 of these guys just because we have so many warrior monsters. Really, it's not a thing, you know. And then we have the other replacement is the Dark Axial Fusion that can help with Batting Box Reveal, because he can tribute himself to get the Batting Box Reveal on the field in order to go for a fusion summon of either the Restrict or the Cavalry or the Slash Dragon, because all of them are dark. Then we have of course the Rhoda, because you can search any of these guys, and triple of this, you can replace it with Necro Fusion if you don't have it, and double poly, because I used to play one, but you know what, I always ended up having it in my starting hand, and each time I had Blazeman and I couldn't use the effect, so you know what, just go for the double. The deck is consistent. You could probably replace this guy for a third Millenniumized Restrict, just because I never actually played this, but you know. And the synergy is real, like you can just have this guy on the field that keeps on having adding a keep card, and a keep card that you can use with the effect of Phoenix GEARFRIED to negate even more effect. So stay tuned for the replays, we have some very nice and cheesy stuff, and let's jump right into them. Here we go, my boys. First replay against Serious Savarhari. In this case, you're gonna see a Necro Fusion, but as I told you during the deck list breakdown, in the optimized version, I decided not to play it, and I explained you why in the deck list breakdown. So go back to that if you skipped it. So it's us to go first. As you can see, we just have the Phoenix GEARFRIED summon by itself thanks to the skill, and then we went with King of the Swamp to grab a polymerization, and then we set the Necro Fusion. But in this case, as you know, it would be better to have the Relinquished Fusion, just, you know. So in this case, he went with the Magical Musketeer. He's got part of Duality to look for the Magical Musket, Desperado, so he can pop my boy and beat shield basically. Kaspar's effect, GEARFRIED to negate. I think he should expect it, but he's got the Domination to negate my GEARFRIED, so he still gets the search for another monster, the Dock, and then decided to attack my GEARFRIED, of course. In the end phase, Necro Fusion. There's a warrior, there's a substitute material, so guess who's coming? Dog Cavalry, it's the field. It's got Desperado on that in the same turn. I can just negate it because I already have a card in my hand. I don't know why he went for that. So we got the Necro Fusion that we just kept in our hands because we wanted to have the negation for the Dog Cavalry. It's got then the steady hands to actually boost the attack of the boy. I didn't negate that. He went for the Domination. Then he attacked. We're shielding because we still have the negation in hand. And now we have two, but I decided to go with the GEARFRIED to summon it anyway, and then I just decided to attack. Domination to negate the GEARFRIED. Dog Cavalry says no thank you, so it negates, and then we can just go by stealing the Dock and having a lethal with Dog Cavalry. That's how you do it, my boys. There you go. Second duel, we have some Orcust here, of course. I mean, they cannot miss, right? So we have, it's us to go first, and we have the GEARFRIED already in our hand, so we're chilling because we can just summon him straight away, no matter what. We have our first monster negation, but then look at this placement to grab the poly, and instead of going into the Dog Cavalry, I decided it was better to go with Restrict because, I mean, it's an Orcust play. For sure, it's gonna start with the Book of Moon, right? So he started with the Recycler. I went with the Restrict negate. He's got Legacy Clash. Wait, what? To avoid that, he actually managed to use the effect. He sent the Horror, but still, guess what? I can just negate with GEARFRIED to negate that. No summon, we're chilling. Then he's got the Babel and nothing more. The Recycler comes back, but with two negation, we're chilling. Now Blazement, he's got Lancia, but guess what? I can negate Lancia as well, so I don't care. Just negate the Lancia, stealing it, and now I can just attack straight away. I still do not have lethal because this boy had 5k life points. And guess what? As an Orcust player, he's got another Scrap Recycler. Guess what? Negate. Restrict says no thank you. He steals it, and at this point there's nothing he could do except surrendering. That's how you do, my boys. There you go. Here we go, my boys. Third duel against yugioh. So it's Speedroid. Has got double set and a sad monster, so no combat to begin with. It's got polymerization to start with Dog Cavalry, and just to protect from negation from any cards that target. Look at this, we have the perfect combo of these two boys. Then GEARFRIED is here, where the boost just attack. Book of Moon. Guess what? Dog Cavalry says no thank you, and he negates that. So it was not Speedroid, it was Orcust. Are you kidding me? But there's nothing you can do. The other card is just a bluff, I guess. So GEARFRIED for lethal, as you can see. Actually, GEARFRIED protected by Dog Cavalry. That's just the most beautiful thing you're gonna see today, my boys. There you go. Here we go, my boys, interrupting a 7 win streak against a Burning Abyss player. Let's see what we have. It's us to go first. GEARFRIED to begin with, right? So we can go with the GEARFRIED summon. Actually, nothing more than that because we have the builds, right? But we can only use the effect of the King of the Swamp to thin the deck, but nothing more because we have no other substitute material. So it's got the Darkle to begin with, of course, in a deck of 30 cards, like it was necessary. So it's got the double Burning Abyss into Dante, and then the effect to Mill with Rhino sending the Seer, so he can summon another boy. He is summoning the Barbar back. He went with Dragic special summon because he wanted to go for lethal, so no other cards in hand. in order to be able to have lethal, actually no cards in hand to go into Beatrice. Maybe that was a mistake because I can just use my Battling Boxer Veil to stop that Dante, actually to recover the damage, and I'm chilling. Now we have the Roland, not the best thing, but still a search, right? So he went with the King Darius, and then Dante to mill something more, then another summon, and then he just went for it. I equipped Roland into the damage step in order that he cannot Cyclone if he has Cyclone, and to ensure that Roland goes into Graveyard, so that I get the search in the end phase. Then he attacked, and then Vil just says no thank you. So again, at the end of the turn, I still have my 4k life points. Then Roland in the end phase gets me a GEARFRIED. We got also now a reinforcement of the army, not the best pick to be honest, but still we got to grab another Roland, so we get another search, and we thin the deck even more. So GEARFRIED to attack and steal the Dante. I actually popped the Fiendish Rhino Warrior so that if he has this guy on the field, he cannot summon Burning Abyss, right? So because Burning Abyss cannot stay on the field if you control a monster that is not Burning Abyss. Then it's got the Cosmic Cyclone. That was predictable. That's why I have my Roland in hands, right? So it's got Farfa though. That is a problem. So it just summons Farfa that is as the effect activated. I activate Roland maybe a little bit too late, right? But I can still actually pop my my monster with Darius, so I still got the Surge. But instead it's got the Mind of the Plana. So I have the Surge, but the Phoenix is not coming back. He's got nothing more. We have the Blazeman, but now I can just summon Blazeman, get another add to my hand, and I can do nothing but waiting. He decided to go in defense position, I don't know why honestly, and still I get exactly what I needed. One of the 5 substitute material that I have left in my deck. Polymerization, Roland plus King of the Swamp to go into Dark Cavalry, and even if he pops it, this happens after the damage calculation. So you get the damage, you lose the duel. That's how you do it, my boys. There you go. Here we go, my boys. What a weird duel this was, because these user is playing the unexpectable. I mean, it has to go first, so let's go first with us. We have King of the Swamp, as you can see, to search for Poly, so we can go straight away into Millenniumized Restrict, and then I said this, I did not use it straight away just because I wanted to bait him maybe with a Cyclone or something like that. So it just started with Book of Moon. So I had to use the Relinquished Fusion so that we have another Millenniumized Restrict on the field, so we still keep our monster fact negation. It's got the Shiranui to begin with, and I just negated that. It's got the Zombie Power Struggle, it's not gonna do nothing for that, so... And I can still negate, I can still get the Squire, and then I can just attack at this point, this guy attack position, just to have it actually flipped up, in order to have 2 negation right now, because the effect is not hard once per turn. Book of Moon on the first one, but still, Squire again. Guess what? Restrict says no thank you, still in back again. And there's nothing you can do at this point. I can still attack, but now I have reinforcement of the army to grab the Blazeman, and now Blazeman can just grab me a polymerization. So guess what? I'm going, of course, into the Red Eyes Lash Dragon, because we have an equip already, so we have more negation, and that's how you do it, my boys. There you go. Last but not least, could we not have Raging Pendulum, right? So let's see what we have. It's him to go first, so it's gonna have a very, I mean, let's speed things up, we know, right? He's gonna do tons of stuff. He's also got the Search of the Joker, so perfect hand for him. He's got the skill to grab some Pendulum stuff, and then, of course, of Dragon Magician, Pendulum Summon, 4 monsters on the field, a rank 4, then Noble Dragon Magician into Odd Eyes Meteor Burst, and 2 levels is got, so a rank 7, a rank 4, another monster, and a set card. Oh my jeez. Let's see what we have. A Relinquished Fusion to begin with, straight from the hand, because we don't care. Millenniumized Restrict, just in case he activates something, we're chilling. I started with the Relinquished Fusion to get rid of the Roach, because I knew he was about to change the effect of Volo, and so that I could change the effect of Millenniumized Restrict and end up sucking both. But guess what? He does not only have a couple of interruptions, he also has Forbidden Chalice. So my effect is negated and I'm done, right? No, I'm not, because I can just use the effect. I still have the GEARFRIED. Look at this, turn 2, GEARFRIED, a special summon Salamander to power him up, and then going for the attack of Vol, stealing the only monster that can be used for others XC summon. I can let that guy there because he can't do nothing. He can't negate nothing because we do not synchro summon or XC summon, actually synchro. It is not a dragon, so you cannot use eventually with for the summon of Dice Raging, so we're chilling. He's got the Typhoon on the Joker, but still he can't do nothing. That's how you do it, my boys. There you go. So guys, this deck really actually candidates itself as a natural anti-meta because of Dark Crowd, of course, the Red Dice Slash Dragon, the Millennium Restrict, so you kind of have some chances to negate the back row that target your Phoenix, so it's very nice. I really love these kind of plays, guys. You know, I'm a fusion player. From hero to fusion player, it's actually an obvious thing. So I hope you enjoyed this spicy, cheesy idea. Let me know what you think in the comment section down below. Of course, if you have any question, feel free to ask. I'll be happy to help. Thanks a lot for watching, and as always, see you in the next one.